Well, it's Sunday. We're gonna pull out of here now, leaving this dude's house. Dude, thank you so much. It was a pleasure to come right out here. It was awesome, and hopefully I don't run into too much rain on the way home. Yep, I will. If you guys noticed, Tony hooked me up with this really cool Harley mesh jacket. He said it was just laying around and he wasn't using it, so he's like, probably fit you, and it fits me like a glove. How am I doing back there? All right. So, damn, Tony lives in a nice neighborhood. All right, man. Tell you what, this jacket's nice and everything. It comes with a liner and a thermal liner, but with the rain liner in, it does not breathe. But there's a chance we could be hitting some showers on the way out. But we'll see. I'm ready for an adventure home. Peace, dude. And here we go. Exactly 300 miles back home. And I think since we started, you know, we probably did on the higher side of 200 when we were here. So this total trip is going to be, what, 600 miles of just riding back and forth. And then we did close to 200 when we were here. So 800 miles was a pretty good trip. God damn, this place is gorgeous, man. He's got it made back here. You nail the trim like Tony does, you're in the money. There's like $500,000 homes back here. It's awesome. But to wrap up that entire weekend, I am so glad I came, even though there were, you know, the weather, we didn't have perfect weather. The Friday ride down here, which I was the most worried about, because I'm, you know, going on roads I've never been on before, so I wanted to make sure I was in the clear for the ride out here. But 64 was incredibly easy. If you guys are coming from like the Illinois direction and you get on 64, it's a straight shot, highly recommended route. I'm just gonna say it's gonna be so awesome to have the meetup here. And you guys saw the ride footage previously. It's beautiful. And I tell you what, I loved MMM last year. There's always going to be something about that first event, but this is going to be really, really nice. So I'm gonna talk about this bike just a little bit on our ride home. This may be clipped in parts, depending on what the roads are like going back home. If I got to pull over in the rain or whatever, that might be a test for the Sport Glide too. But I bought this bike about 2 years ago, right? If you've been following the channel, you know I bought this bike end of August 2018. It was a model release year. Only one hiccup with it. The bike has performed beautifully. I love this motorcycle. It does a lot of things very, very, very well. The only hiccup I had was that fuel pressure regulator that was causing a little bit of a fuel leak. It was covered under warranty, so that was a big plus. But there's not anything bad I could say about this motorcycle. Performance wise, the 107 after the upgrade to the stage 1, or it might be a 0.75 because I've only got a muffler, but I tell you what, the 107 with that stage 1 is all you need. Anything else is really excess. But yeah, maybe one day I'll do a stage 2, put a cam in it, and then be done with it. But I also, you know, I want to get a full system exhaust. I mean, I love the Tab Performance slip-on, don't get me wrong. Great exhaust, I love it. It sounds great. The price was great. It's made very well, and I've been very, very happy with that exhaust. But if you guys saw Tony's exhaust, he's got what I want. He's got the Vance & Hines Big Shots in chrome on this bike. I think would be butter. Vance & Hines, I think, has the best sounding exhaust. The tab's not far behind it. For a muffler, great. But to get all of to take advantage of all the performance of a stage 1 upgrade, I think I really need to go full system. Do I need to? No. Do I want to? Yes. But that's probably going to be at least next year before I even do that. Yeah, right now I'm actually not far from being done with this bike. The only other things I got planned for it is I got engine guards coming soon, but sadly at the same time I can't have the engine guard with the Kiriaka chin spoiler I have. It's not doable. There's some guys riding, they probably don't see me. Yep, they didn't see me. Honestly, I thought we'd see a lot more bikes out over the weekend, but you know, some people, if there's any chance of rain, they won't get the Harleys out, they won't get their bikes out. And what bikes we have seen out have been mostly sport bike riders. So you guys, hats off to you too. And I hope we see a variety of bikes at MMM. You know, not just Harleys because it's a Harley dealership. Just remember, everybody is welcome at this moto meetup. That's what this idea stemmed from. We're gonna be getting on the interstate here in a little while. But anyway, back to the Sport Glide. I got off track there for a little bit. I apologize. The only other thing I had planned was possibly a seat. The seat actually on this didn't do too bad. Now, Tony sat on this seat because he had the Softail Slim stock seat, but he upgraded to a Saddleman. The only seat I'm thinking about getting for this, that would be probably the only other upgrade I would do this year, is the Saddleman Explorer. Now, the Moto Barista, he's a fellow Sport Glide moto vlogger. He has the seat. He says it does absolutely awesome for him. And he does a lot more longer trips than I do. So I'm going to take that guy's word for it. But honestly, on this trip, this seat did just fine. I was probably only really feeling it after about 200 miles or so. And that's riding. I rode 160 miles. I stopped, I got gas because I needed gas. I mean, honestly, if I had an infinite tank of gas, I could have done this whole 300-mile trip and not even worried about it. Just making a little adjustments on your seating position is what helps. But yeah, I mean, all the work that we've done on this bike since buying it 2 years ago, there's only one part that I bought that wasn't really a mistake. It's just when you buy universal fit parts like that Drag Specialties shifter peg I bought, it fit after some adjustments. I had to have some of the thread cut off because it was too long. But other than that, it worked fine. But the airflow peg I got actually is more comfortable. It's bigger, it's wider, and there's more rubber on it, so it's better on the foot. But other than that, every upgrade, I mean, if you guys go up here and check out my Sport Glide upgrades video, I've done more than what it seems. I know some people, they do a ton of stuff for your bike, and you can really tell. I mean, my stuff's more subtle. Tony had me a little bass backwards. He was telling me that I needed to go north. I was like, that doesn't seem right. I came from the south. And then here's another thing I want to talk about. This bike could do almost anything, but I wouldn't recommend gravel. It's done gravel, it's done sketchy gravel roads. One time I had a tip over, but that was completely my fault with bad judgment. But as far as the interstate riding on this bike, fantastic. I had this thing at 80 almost the whole way here, and it just glides. I mean, hence the name Sport Glide. You know, if you don't do a lot of interstate riding or you have a smaller bike, you can understand, you know, wind's going to be a factor. I mean, there's not much wind going right now, and I didn't have much at all when I came here, and now when I'm going home. The only thing I got to worry about is a few storms possibly, but that's not going to be a problem, I don't think. I think we're going to be, we may get a shower on us, we may not, but I've had this bike caught in the rain. Not in like a straight downpour or anything like that, but a good shower where the visibility got a little suspect. But I've pretty much ridden in every type of condition except ice. I will not do ice. I don't care what motorcycle I have. But I'm going to say, if you're looking at this bike and you're looking at the other Softails, give this one a hard look. I'm serious. Go ride it. If the dealership will let you, take it out anywhere you can. Take it on the interstate. Drive it in city. Drive it anywhere. This bike will go almost, like I said, almost anywhere you want the, with the exception of adventure motorcycles, what they could do. But if you're looking for a Harley-Davidson and you're looking for something practical, for something that has the aesthetics as well as practicality, the bags on this, it comes with a fairing, but of course I've upgraded my fairing. I just wanted something that was good for situations like this, because that stock fairing actually was garbage. It was nothing but a looks piece to give the bike a different look. I mean, it still looked good, but practicality was not there. It did not block much of anything. Maybe a little bit on your chest, but you got wind blast right in the face. So I got the Memphis Shades Road Warrior, 13-inch windshield. I love this windshield. This thing made the ride here, and it's gonna make this ride back so much easier. Yeah, if it stays like this the whole way, it's gonna be nice. I'll just be glad to get back on 64, because 64 was smooth sailing, hardly any traffic. And I mean, this is more cars than I ever had to deal with. But I know this bike's very, very popular over in Europe now. They're eating it up over there in the UK, and especially in the UK, because people they just rave about it. They love what it could do. It's got good performance. I mean, I would say that probably the Fat Bob may be one of the best performing bikes that Harley has in their lineup in the softail range, or maybe overall, as far as you know, lean angle and not being the live wire. Of course, the live wire I heard is very, very fast. FXDR was fast too, but this bike has the 107. It doesn't have the 114. That would be something I'd love to see Harley do, is put a 114 in this frame, in this bike, because I think it would do really well. Well guys, that's all I have. I just kind of wanted to give my fresh impression on this bike as far as what it's been through over this trip, as well as my thoughts on it since owning it for 2 years. I'm gonna say I absolutely love it. Go out, test ride it, see what you think before you pull the trigger on any other softail, if you're looking at another softail. But I'm gonna get through this traffic and make sure that all my focus is on the road and on these fools around me. So thank you guys for joining me in this video again. Looks like I'm getting a little bit of drops on me, but I think I'll be fine. Make sure you guys enjoy your day, enjoy every mile. Subscribe to the D-Cycle channel if you haven't yet. Thumbs up this button. And let me know what you think about the Sport Glide if you have or have not ridden it yet. Yeah, it looks like I'm running into some rain, so I'm going to let you guys go. Later.